Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be looking into a recent issue that is developed on my 98 Jeep Cherokee XJ here. So just a little recap, I went on vacation for a week and I parked the XJ just where it is. Everything was fine, no issues to report before leaving. As soon as I came to arrive, I went to start the truck and unfortunately I had an issue come up with the signal not working. So let me show you what's going on right here. So turn the key over. If I hit the left, flashes for a second, nothing. If I go right, nothing. Left, nothing now. Right, nothing now. High beam, seems to work. 4 ways. Look to be flashing. Let's just confirm this. Kind of hard to see with the sunlight, but they are indeed flashing. Let's check the front. Yep, that one's working and that one's working. So before we just start throwing parts of this thing and assuming it's a switch or a relay or a flasher or whatever, we're going to do some process of elimination with this diagnosing. Remember, always start with the easiest first and then work your way up to a more complicated decision as you cross out the simpler stuff. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, in this case, you can see the hazards work. So the fact that it's flashing fine, there's no weird sounds or anything like that, I don't believe that it's a flasher related issue. Next thing we move on to is the turn signal switch here. So what do we know? The left doesn't work, the right doesn't work, however the high beam does work. So that tells me that the issue is mainly on the turn signal circuit, nothing to do with the actual arm itself. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pop this cover off here and we're going to take a look at the relay and see if anything's out of the ordinary there. So this is the cover out right here. We have 2 clips right here and here. They go into the notch here and here. I have to remove the 3 screws. They're either Phillips head or a 7mm. And I also have my fog light switch here, so you guys won't have to deal with that. But anyway, next we're going to be pulling off the metal bracket here, which is also 4 Phillips heads, I believe. Turns out it's just the 2 Phillips heads at the top, 1 and 2, and then these 2 tabs actually slide into the dash. So we're on the lower left here. Right over here is what we're looking for. This bracket here has the turn signal relay right at the back here. See the little gray square? We're going to unmount this. It looks like it has a plastic tab at the top there. I would just get the upholstery tool and pry down. And let's get this removed and see what that relay looks like. There you have it. There was a plastic tab there that I just gently pried out and was able to get loose. And now just looking at it, this is the original one. Obviously it still has the tape from the factory, which is deteriorating slowly. So next thing we're going to do is pop this thing off and see if anything looks out of the ordinary. I can tell right off the bat that it's not making a good connection. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but me pressing on it, there's a little bit of a gap between the 2 here. So it's not really biting as well as it should. It seems like it's really relying on this old tape to maintain a good connection. So I have the hazards on right now, and I do hear the relay flashing as far as on the hazard circuit. So what I'm going to do now, I actually have a spare one of these. I want to see if just throwing my spare in there, if this is going to correct the issue or not. So I got the factory one out, and first thing I noticed upon removal is, well, give it a little shake. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it seems like there's something loose inside this relay here. So that could be the reason why we're not getting any connection. Or barely a connection on the turn signal circuit. So let's go ahead and throw in my spare and see if it corrects the issue. Here are all the spare relays I have in my access at the moment. These are just grabbed from junkyards and various vehicles. I pirated out over the years just because you never know when you'll actually need it. So in this case, it's not that one. It's only 4-pin. This one's 4-pin, different design. This one's 4-pin, way too small. This is what we need to match up with, and it looks like side by side here they look to be the same. So let's go throw this in and see what happens. Another thing worth noting before you install your new one is just checking your tabs for any corrosion or dirt and debris. Seems like mine are all clear. Okay, so here we are with the new used one, let's call it. It's in. Let's go ahead and turn the key here. Ignition, okay. Left works. Right works. Now, right off the bat, I noticed the clicking for the flasher is definitely a different sound, as you can see. I put the hazards on, and the tone is different. But that's no big deal, I can live with that. But let's see outside now if the signals work. Left again. Yep, we got left there. How about left in the front? Yep. Now we check the right. Okay, right is flashing. Let's go to the right rear. Yep, we got that. And lastly, the right front here is indeed flashing. So it looks like we got lucky here, being that I had a spare one, and the fact that it was a super cheap, simple part, rather than having to just throw in a turn signal switch without properly diagnosing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this all back together, and that'll be it for today's video. This is everything put back together. All I did was reverse the steps from earlier. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this video helped you. Thanks, guys.